Hello and good day. Presenting Motivational and Inspirational Quotes by my favorite pastor in the world, Joel Osteen. Here are now 10 more quotes, 441 through 450. Let's get started with number 441. It's amazing the difference that it makes when you get up every morning and put on a fresh new attitude. I'm excited about today. I don't have to go to work, but I get to go to work. I'm grateful to have a job. I'm not going to complain about the traffic. I'm grateful to have a car. I'm not going to focus on what's wrong. Father, I want to thank you for what's right in my life. You know what you're doing? You're cleaning your window. 442. Whatever you do, do your work heartily, as for the Lord rather than for men, knowing that from the Lord you will receive the reward of the inheritance. It is the Lord Christ whom you serve. Colossians 3 verse 23-24 NASB. 443. He sees every time you are hurt. He keeps the records. If you learn to stay on the high road and don't waste time trying to pay back those who've hurt you, God promises to be your vindicator. God will release favor and promotion in your life only when He knows your character can handle it. If you get upset every time somebody wrongs you and you try to vindicate yourself, you will not reach the place where God wants you to be. 444. What you keep in front of you, you're moving toward. 445. You can be the first. You can be the one to set a new standard. Don't be moved by what you don't see, by who's against you. God being for you is more than the world being against you. 446. If you're single and you want to get married, put an empty photo album on your table. That's where you're going to put your wedding photos. When you see it, you're moving toward it. 447. I heard about an older missionary couple who spent more than 60 years in Africa helping less fortunate people. They gave their lives to their mission work, and they did so much good. When they finally retired, they returned home to New York. It just so happened they were booked on the same ship as President Teddy Roosevelt, who was returning from a big hunting expedition. When their ship pulled into the dock, there was all this fanfare. A band was playing. The major and other dignitaries were lined up. Flags waved. Confetti rained down from buildings. Balloons floated in the air. It was a huge celebration. When the president walked off the ship, the crowd went wild. Tens of thousands cheered, waved, and took photos. The landing was reported in newspapers around the world the next day. The missionary watched all this and said to his wife, "It doesn't seem right that we've given our lives to help others, to serve, to give, and to make a difference, and the president just goes on a big vacation and the whole world welcomes him home. Nobody even knows we exist." The missionary felt very discouraged as they walked off the boat. Later that night he prayed, "God, I don't understand. The president returns with the fanfare of the world, but we return and nobody even knows we're here." He heard God's reply come from within his heart. "Son, it's because you're not home yet. You will be rewarded. There will be a celebration like you've never seen. It won't be with any band you've heard on earth. The angels will be singing, and all of heaven will join in to welcome you home. If you have been faithful, sacrificed, volunteered, and given to others, be encouraged today. God sees every act of kindness. He sees every good deed. Nothing you've done has gone unnoticed. Remember, when you do what God asks, you will be fed, refreshed, strengthened, and re-energized. Be on the lookout for ways you can be good to people. If you develop a lifestyle of serving others, God promises you will be great in the kingdom. I believe and declare because you're a giver, you will come into your reward. You will come into health, strength, opportunity, promotion, and breakthroughs. You will come into new levels of God's goodness. 448. God is smiling on you. He's going before you, right now, making crooked places straight, moving the wrong people out of the way, lining up the right people, arranging things in your favor. 449. Sometimes you face difficulties not because you're doing something wrong, but because you're doing something right. 450. Joel 3 verse 10 says, "Let the weak say, I am strong." Notice that they may be weak, but they're supposed to say, "I am strong." Not, "I am so tired. I am so run down." That's calling in the wrong things.